If you want to overcome your procrastination for good and not just make this like some one-off thing where, maybe you do something, but then you just find yourself caught up procrastinating again, then we must understand what is at the root cause of that procrastination. And it's not what people think it is. A lot of people are procrastinating because, yes, they're doubtful. Yes, they have fears. Yes, they don't believe that it will work out, or they just, they're not confident that it'll work out. Yes, they're afraid that other people will judge them, right? People procrastinate for a lot of different reasons. And what a lot of people think is that reason why they're procrastinating, they think that that's like something that they need to overcome, right? They need to overcome that doubt. They need to overcome that fear. They need to not care what other people think so much. Like, I get it, right? But that's not the base root layer of what is occurring with procrastination. So procrastination, first of all, it's you not taking an action, okay? Now listen, you wake up and you are thinking thoughts. You're perceiving yourself and your reality in a certain way. And because of that, you behave in a certain way, just naturally, right? You behave in ways that you're comfortable. You behave in ways that the outcome will be rewarding to you, or the outcome won't be so painful to you, right? We go through our life and we're constantly thinking thoughts and we're perceiving ourselves and our lives in a certain way. But the thing is that when it comes time for you to take that action that you need to take to move things forward, that's sort of you venturing into the unknown, and you are less and less comfortable with that. So what happens is that there's sort of this conflict then in your mind, because your mind wants to stick with what's comfortable and what's known, yet this thing that you want, whether it's losing weight, starting a business, asking for a promotion, asking somebody out on a date, no matter what it is, that is the unknown. You are not aware of what the outcome is going to be. You don't want to fail. You don't want to be judged by others. You don't want to let yourself down. You don't want to have a negative experience where it causes you to think poorly about yourself, or to believe that, maybe this thing won't work out for me, right? So here's the thing. Most people think that procrastination is caused by these thoughts that they're thinking, whether it be doubt, fear, pessimism, fear of judgment, whatever it may be. They think that, well, that's why I'm procrastinating. And the thing is that we've got to get to the root cause of what's actually going on here. Every single form of fear, every single form of doubt, every single bit of pessimism that somebody could experience, how is that arising within consciousness? It's arising within consciousness and into their experience that they're thinking these thoughts and feeling a certain way because of it, via the thoughts themselves. So it doesn't matter what thought it is. It doesn't matter if it's a thought of doubt, a thought of fear. What matters is that we must understand that at the root cause of our procrastination, it is the thoughts. Again, it doesn't matter what the thoughts are. The cause is the thoughts. We think thoughts that have us feel a certain way, that have us behave a certain way. And that is just how humans function. But let's understand that there's something different that can happen here that most people never talk about. And that is that the topic of the thought doesn't matter. Your identification with the thought is what truly matters. So what does that mean? It means that as humans, we are thinking, we are perceiving ourselves and our reality in a certain way. That certain way of perceiving reality is truth to us, right? We have certain beliefs about ourselves. We have certain beliefs about how our life has been, about how our life is going to be, and about how our life currently is. And we get caught up in this perception of ourselves and reality, and we just treat it as fact. Yet if a 5-year-old little kid has a perception of reality where they believe that they are worthless, they believe that they will never amount to anything, they believe that they are no good, they are thinking those thoughts, they are feeling a certain way about themselves, but is it the truth? It's not the truth, obviously. It's just a 5-year-old kid. But the reality that they are experiencing is true to them. And the thing is that the same thing goes for you. You have something that you want to accomplish. You have behaviors and actions that you must do, yet you're not doing them. And because of that, you are judging yourself. Because of that, you are looking down on yourself. Because of that, you are perceiving yourself in a way where you believe that if you were to take those actions, they won't work out. And you're also perceiving yourself in a way where, because you're not taking those actions, you are viewing yourself and your potential in a negative light. And what I want you to understand is that, again, the topic of discussion within your head doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that there is a discussion taking place, and your relationship to that discussion is all that matters. What I help people do is, first of all, bring presence into their lives. Why is that so important? Why is bringing presence into one's life, why does that have the ability to solve so many people's problems? It's because most people's problems are simply occurring, and the whole reason why they have them is because they are thinking about them, they are perceiving them, and they are treating them like they are a huge deal. But let's understand, this goes back to the root cause of procrastination. You're perceiving all of these problems, you're perceiving the reasons why you must procrastinate, and you are aligning yourselves, you are identified with those thoughts, and you are treating them as reality. But the fact of the matter is, it's that these problems, these perceptions that you have of yourself, these reasons why you're procrastinating, anything that's occurring within your mind that is not bringing positivity into your life, it doesn't matter what the topic is. What matters is that you are identified with those thoughts. You are treating them as reality. Yet if you were to bring presence into your life, if you were to be able to get out of your own way, and if you were to able to not just be so automatic with your thoughts and identifying with those thoughts and feeling a certain way and then simply treating that as reality and acting accordingly, if you were to get less and less on autopilot mode and more conscious and more aware, then what you'd be able to do is you'd be able to be more present. You'd be able to simply see thoughts for what they are, right? And not be so identified with them. So a quick example of this is if you are thinking a thought regarding this thing that you're procrastinating on, and this huge feeling of doubt and fear arises within you, most people will simply treat that doubt and fear as reality. They'll say, no, this is definitely, this is something I'm afraid of. This is something that could definitely happen in the future if I take this action. And if that happens, that's not going to be good. I'm going to be in a worse position than I am right now. Therefore, they don't take that action. What must happen is, instead of actually saying, thinking those thoughts and treating them as reality, we have to be able to learn how to think those thoughts and not treat them as reality. Treat them as thoughts. Realize that all of these thoughts that you're thinking that's leading to your emotions, your mood, and your behavior or lack of behavior, all of them are simply arising within consciousness. They're falling. More are arising. They're dissipating. And they're constantly changing. They're constantly in flux. Some days you're feeling more positive than other days. Some days you're feeling more negative. Some days you believe in yourself a little bit more than others. It's all thoughts. Yet we find ourselves so caught up in these topics of discussion within our mind, and we live as them. We identify with them. We treat them as reality. But bringing more presence into your life and getting off of autopilot mode, that is the way that you can, no matter what is in front of you, no matter what you have to do, you can simply, instead of being identified with those thoughts, be aware of them, allow them to rise, allow them to dissipate, and to witness what reality actually is. Because reality actually is this present moment. It's not the failures that you've had in the past. It's not the anxieties that you have about the future and potential failures. That's not reality. Reality is here and now. You watching this video, you breathing, you seeing, you hearing, you tasting certain things, sensing certain things, whether your body's hot or cold right now, all of these sensations, right? This present moment right now. It encompasses every single thing that you're currently experiencing, and the thoughts that you're thinking are just one part of it. Except if you are identified with your thoughts, that it seems like everything. If you think a negative thought about the past, right, a negative memory, or if you think about a negative occurrence that could happen in the future, it seems so real. It seems like that's life. We've got to be able to begin to disconnect ourselves from that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend a video for you. If you are resonating with this, then click up there, watch this video about how to get out of autopilot mode. Understand that we can become more and more conscious, and that us living on autopilot mode is us living more unconscious, just being identified with those thoughts and just living our life by them. Living our life by the story that we tell ourselves about our past and our future, how life's been, how life's going to be, who I am, what I'm capable of. That's all arising within consciousness via thought. It's causing you to feel a certain way and behave a certain way. When we can start to work with that and start treating it differently and take a completely different approach, that is the root cause of procrastination. So I'm going to recommend that video. It was up there. You can also go to the link in the description. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that this really helped you. If you liked it, please consider liking, subscribe for more videos, and most importantly, if you have questions about this, comment below. Comment below with your questions. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to help you and guide you a little bit further. But enjoy that video. Take care. Become more conscious. Be more present. Change your relationship to your thoughts and your emotions, and you will watch your behavior change as well, which is the only thing that must happen in order for you to create new results and live a new future. It all starts with this present moment, you being more conscious, you taking control, and that can happen right now. So click the link in the description, and I'll see you in there. Bye.